Zareth is a man of focus, commitment, sheer will, something you know very little about. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zareth Prevails. Today we're going to talk about the new bombers that were just kind of released. We're going to see them in a couple of days, the Resistance bomber at least, and then we don't know about the Echelon. They say they're going to give us more details. The one thing that makes me sad is the new pilots for these ships are going to be, well, it's not as sad exactly, but I do regret. So Rose and Resistance Trooper are going to be the pilots, the crew for the Resistance bomber, the StarFortress, and then First Order Officer is going to be the one for TIE Echelon, which makes sense, and it's kind of nice adding a little bit of extra utility to this stuff. Honestly, I mean, it just is nice to not have to gear these pilots if you already have the Galactic Legends to kind of go with them. I am a little bit sad though, a little bit regretful, guys. We don't get Rose's hot sister, Paige Tico. Seems like a missed opportunity to me, but we can move on, of course. So let's talk about the kits, shall we? We're gonna just stay here in the browser. Whoa, we're still in the browser. It's not madness. All right, so these things look kind of dumb to me, but I don't really care. Whatever. Pew pew. Let's shoot from our foot, I guess, or the top. No, whatever. All right, so it's the StarFortress SF, not Sunfac. StarFortress. Repeat after me. Don't repeat after me. StarFortress. Magna Guard 100. Sunfac 17. It's like a separatist ship almost, guys. So anyways, we've got it's a tank. Imagine that it's Resistance. We got Rose and Resistance Trooper. I mean, yeah, no Rose's hot sister, guys. I'm sorry as anyone here, trust me. So we've got Gunners Look Alive, which doesn't really work because most of the gunners are actually dead, but alright, so if the StarFortress's turn, deal damage twice, inflict target lock. So it inflicts target lock on the basic, and the thing is, if it's taunting, it always hits back. You guys will see that in a minute. And it's 5 stacks of Sweet Spot. If they have 5 stacks, then it recover 15 protection. So something let's go down real quick here, guys. And first off, look at this guy's comment. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you share this opinion. Just curious. Okay, so we've got okay, we're gonna come back to the unique in just a minute, but I always hate not knowing. They're like, use momentum. Momentum does this. And I'm like, how do you get momentum? Can you just stop hitting me over the head with it? Tell me how to get it first, and then tell me what it is, and then I'll read the kit and it matters. So let's talk about Sweet Spot. The Sweet Spot, you can get a max of 5. I don't think it goes away. So when a Resistance ally deals damage to an enemy, they just get a stack of it, and that's it. That's it. Can you just tell us in the first ability, please? It drives me freaking crazy having to go through, comb through the whole thing, and try to find what is it? What the? Just tell me what the stupid ability is, how to get it, and then we can move on. Okay, so when the StarFortress is hit, it hits back, and you get stacks of the Sweet Spot. So I'm wondering though, is it gonna play 2 stacks? So it deals physical damage twice, and it gives them Sweet Spot. Because it's every time you deal damage, so I think you get 2 stacks. Every time this guy attacks, you get 2. So that means that, if the Falcon goes... Well, the Falcon doesn't do multiple instances of damage, I guess, so never mind. Anyways, begin drop sequence. This is the Resistance Trooper's ability. Let's see. Deal physical damage and dispel all buffs from target enemy. So that's nice. It's just target enemy, though. Remove 10% turn meter per stack of the Sweet Spot. Inflict evasion down, which I guess that's nice, so that there's theoretically less evasion, like stupid fleet evasion, guys, annoying, which can't be resisted, which that's nice, I guess. You know, whatever. If the target enemy has 5 stacks of the sweet spot, how do we get that? Oh, we already looked, because it wasn't on the top of the kit, but we looked and she showed initiative. Place 3 concussion mines on them, which can't be evaded or resisted. Concussion mines don't do very much damage. It's like this thing dropped concussion mines on that dreadnought at the start of episode 8, and the dreadnought's like, oh, I'm like slightly dazed, I guess. 10% of the target's max health, it dazes the target. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, Tico's Sister Legacy. It's a Sister Legacy, guys. So this heals her and them, I guess, and gain. So this is a taunt, like you can actually use it to taunt, as opposed to some ships who just taunt passively, like the Clone Sergeant or Sunfac or whatever. Which, I mean, those are both effective in their own right, but sometimes it's annoying not to have a button that you can push to taunt. But there's also a nice passive taunt. Like I have to wonder. I hope that's pretty survivable, because this guy is going to be taking a lot of heat, and it'll be a tank until it's just dead. Alright, call all other resistance allies to assist, dealing 50% less damage. This is really nice. The less damage isn't nice, but calling everyone to assist means you're going to immediately get that sweet spot, most likely. If the enemy already had 5 stacks of sweet spot, then they assist with no damage penalty. I like this one a lot better than the stupid concussion mines one. It's like freaking bomb one character and dispel them. And the joke's on you. You get 3 concussion mines. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, that's pretty neat, I guess. Yeah, so I like this one, though. Calling the assist, getting the sweet spot on people. It's nice. And then, the hardware is cool-ish. I mean, you're not going to probably... my guess is that we're going to put the bomber in to start with. All right, the unique. Finally, guys... Oh, we can find out what the sweet spot is finally down here. How do we get it? But otherwise, okay, so here's the thing, guys. You're gonna slow down your ability to get the sacrifice ultimate from Radis here, because the way Radis works is you get to reduce your cooldowns on that ability if you have a character do one of your ships, resistance ships, do a special while they have foresight, which it's easy to get foresight with Radis if you read the kit and everything. Here's the thing, though. You need foresight for that to work, and whenever the Star Fortress gains foresight, the Star Fortress dispels it and gains crit hit immunity, which is nice to get, and you'll get foresight a lot. So critical hit immunity is really nice, like trying to, if you want to counter like a first order team, for instance, it's very nice. But it's yeah, whatever. You can't get the Radis's ultimate faster with this, so that's too bad. And then the other thing is, so this one doesn't make any sense. I think that this must be a typo or something. Okay, so at the start of the battle, if all allies are resistance, they'll gain critical. They'll immune to critical hits for 1 turn. That's great. The Star Fortress gains taunt for 1 turn if an ally with deflector shield, which is something that the Radis hands out. Everyone starts with deflector shield and then can hand it out with its 2 specials. Receives damage from an enemy. So here's the thing: you don't start with a taunt. You just sit there, and then the second someone takes damage, then you start taunt. So hopefully they're not going to just be able to nuke you right away. If the Star Fortress loses taunt, it gains taunt, so that's kind of like a boss, kind of ability, for 1 turn. So it gains taunt for 1 turn. If it didn't already have taunt, then why would it lose taunt and then gain taunt? And if another resistance ally has deflector shield, this is, I don't know. I feel like this is a typo. It loses taunt. If it loses taunt, it gains taunt for 1 turn. If it didn't have taunt, like it's mutually exclusive. Okay, all right, but whatever. I mean, I think it's just it loses taunt for 1 turn. If another resistance ally has deflector shield or something like that. If it didn't already have, it's so stupid. If it loses taunt, it regains it. but it doesn't because it couldn't have taunt in the first place. This looks good, guys. It depends on how survivable it is. We'll have to see. I mean, it's going to be way better at 7 stars than 5 stars, of course. Like, miles better. More orders of magnitude better. So, alright. StarFortress. Done. Let's talk about the Echelon, which is apparently a first order ship that I've just never seen. It goes pew 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 pew, but I don't know. Like, does this look like a tank to you? Just looks confused. It's just like a swamp monster. I don't know. All right, so it's a first order officer. That's cool. It provides, so everyone's got stealth here. Initiate the hunt. If the enemy is hunted, inflict target lock. So target lock is nice. Of course, we're always trying to do that. Let's see. So if there's target lock, it calls all other first order allies with advantage to assist, and they gain advantage for 1 turn. So that means that if they have advantage, they're called to assist, but then they get their advantage back, which is pretty nice. I mean, you know, that basic is actually just a call to assist. Remember, first order teams or ships are usually completely predicated on the idea of Silencer ramping up and killing the entire team on his own. And so it's all the assists you want that you can call. It's pretty nice. Like, you want to call as many assists for Silencer as possible. Galaxy's Edge. All right, TIE Echelon gains 30% protection up for 2 turns. Great. And all other first order allies gain half that amount. So protection up, you can be dispelled, but there's not like a ton of things that just like dispel everything in ships. Call all other first order allies to assist. So again, calling everyone to assist. It deals less damage, but then they gain stealth. And remember, it's all other first order allies. So he's not getting it. He's not assisting. Otherwise, everyone would get 2 calls to assist if it was a target locked character or ship, whatever. But it does call first order allies to assist. It deals less damage, and then they gain stealth. So he's pseudo taunting, right? Like everyone else is in stealth. And again, there's not really a lot of ways to get rid of stealth these days, guys. Okay, so his hardware ability. Remember, Finalizer lets you just start with your hardware ability. Like it's like, hey, I'm already in the fight with the, like, it just starts with the hardware, which is nice, that instead of having to come in from reserve. So he just gains 30% protection up for 2 turns, which, I mean, remember, he's going to be even more tanky at the start, because if he's 7 stars, obviously, because he'll have a bigger health pool, and therefore the health pool will inform how much of the protection up he actually gets. Let's see, all other first order allies gain stealth for 1 turn. So we'll start with a pseudo taunt. For the rest of the encounter, whenever another first order ally's stealth expires, he gains taunt. So he gains a real taunt whenever their stealth expires. This is a really nice one, guys. Very nice one. And you don't need to enter battle. Like, he's just, I think, as far as I read it, he just gets it. All right, his unique is, at the start of each first order ally's turn, he gains 2% defense, health, max protection, stacking for each stealth first order ally. I mean, this isn't going to be something we notice, right? Like 2%. It's like, okay, everyone, you have 5 guys on the turn or on the team. Everyone just gains, like, he gains this much. I mean, it's nice, but my guess is we're not even going to notice it at all, because then someone else is going to come along and do like 150k damage. And you're like, oh, well, I gained like 7,000 from the bonuses, so that was cool. When a first order ally lands a crit, TIE Echelon heals 20% health and protection, and everyone's going to be critting because everyone's got advantage. If TIE Echelon is the only ship not stealthed, and there is at least one other ally stealthed, it can't be critically hit. That, like, he can't be crit, and every time someone takes damage that's not him, then he's just going to heal. Or not, I'm sorry, I messed that up. When they land a crit hit, then he heals. And this is cool, guys. He's going to be really good if he's really tanky. He's going to change a lot for first order. I think he's going to move the needle more than that resistance bomber, though. I think on the other hand, the other side of things, like, I don't see this making him an executor counter threat, whereas I think that we need to test and see. But that Rad-S bomber, we might end up just getting it. It might be an off-meta counter, guys, if we make him fast enough, if we make the resistance one fast enough. So, all right, real quick, let's look at the Embo, Omicron. I don't pay as much attention to territory wars, I'm sorry to say, guys. I like GAC too much. But, okay, so he's got an Omicron, though, Embo, which he needs as much help as he can get. Let's see, hold on. See if we can actually make this browser a little tiny bit more viable for you guys to see. There we go. Okay, so bounty hunters gain plus 40% max protection, which, keep in mind, guys, this is on his unique, so you could put him on a Bosk lead, for instance, and Bosk gives a ton of bone extra protection, and then you get another additive 40% max protection to it. At the end of Embo's turn, bounty hunter allies recover protection equal to 25% of his max protection, doubled for Embo. So he's also going to be recovering his protection. Remember, when he does his hat throw, it hurts his protection. So it's nice because he heals himself, and it's doubled for Embo, so he's healing 50% of it, while Embo has protection. All bounty hunter allies get extra defense and 5% turn meter when a bounty hunter ally receives damage while debuffed, which is an oddly specific thing. It's like, okay, we're debuffed. I mean, I guess maybe it's aiming. I mean, that makes me wonder, guys, if that's aimed at Fennec, because Fennec gives that cool buff or debuff, you know. So every time, once they finally get the contract, or she hands that out, then everyone gains 5% turn meter whenever they get damaged at all. I don't know, like, does this? They're already killing Lord Vader teams, guys, like easily killing Lord Vader teams without him. I just don't know if this moves the needle. It just doesn't. It seems like, why bother? Almost like, maybe it's to set us up to kill the next Galactic Legend, but right now they're killing Lord Vader. I don't know what this does. Like, we'll keep an eye out for it, but I mean, he needed a boost, and this is a nice one because it's a unique. So I'm gonna sad it's not for GAC, honestly, guys. That would have been cool. So, all right, finally, we're gonna talk about the update that we got. I mean, obviously, it's more about the ships and everything. Second Sister's available in Whale Mart if you guys want to do that. I will be doing it because TIE Interceptor shards. Keep in mind, guys, TIE Interceptor will be unlockable at 5 stars before GA lock one of the times. Like, we're going to have the start of the conquest. We can go through and buy 15 shards and unlock the interceptor right away, immediately. And if we can do that, then we can lock in with the interceptor. So I'm not saying you should whale, but if you were so inclined, that might actually be beneficial to you. Okay, so we got the StarFortress Galactic Chase. So it's not going to be a marquee, it's going to be a Galactic Chase. And I'm going to tell you guys about, like, I'll show you the math of how to farm it, if you like. Okay, so the first thing, all right, you guys know how it works. Like, you go to a Cantina node, and it has, the drops for, if it's a 4% drop rate, which I don't know, they say that each node has been scaled to Cantina energy. I don't know what that means exactly. Like, I think it's just 4% drop rate per Cantina energy you spent. I'll show you guys the drop rates, though, in just a minute, and what the math is if you want to actually get if you want to get the StarFortress. So StarFortress is available, and TIE Echelon, we don't know more. We don't have info, but keep in mind, okay, so 2/25 to March, so February 25th to March 1st, seems cool, right? So first off, hoard your Cantina energy. In fact, buy extra today and tomorrow for cheaper prices. Hoard like 1,000 if you can. But here, so this looks like it's like 7 days, right? Or 6 days, something. But remember, it's 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, and then we don't have a 29th this month, as far as I know. Correct, Zareth. And then the 1st, so it's 5 days. 5 days that we have to farm this character from 0 shards. and stuff. Okay, we'll get a March calendar. They're like, hey, you get a free calendar. It's like, we've gotten a free calendar every frickin' month since we started. Now they're like, hey, it's free. You get a free calendar. It's like, no, it's just the calendar. Like, stop trying to frame things like we're getting something from something free. It's so fancy. Okay, but there's a bunch of fixes. We don't need to get into that because who cares? The one that cracked me up, guys, actually, look at this. Updated Ninth Sister's 6th slot mod recommendation to correctly list tenacity as the first stat. Like, how much time and effort do they put into actually upgrading the mod recommendations? Like, is Ninth Sister's supposed to have tenacity? She doesn't strike me as one that, like, I'd rather put potency on her to get all of her debuffs, I think. I mean, unless they're automatic. I don't remember, but tenacity, she doesn't seem like a tenacity person, especially for the 6th mod slot. Like, is that the cross? Like, if she's a tank, she needs health or protection. Dear Lord, tenacity. Okay, so here's the other piece of it, guys. So you can get the different blueprints for the StarFortress and stuff. You get 20 blueprints, which is 20 shards basically. So I'm guessing we spent $20 for 20 shards. They have always charged more for ship shards, unfortunately, but we'll have to, when we can buy it twice, I think they said. So that's like $40 for 40 shards, $1 per shard, which is kind of expensive. It's almost not worth it, but I think it is once you take into account a few other things. So let's see, there's a heavy bomber pack. Okay, so you can buy the StarFortress, guys. Go whale out on the StarFortress. It for no gain. I guess territory wars are coming up kind of soon, but like not yet. We're still in Darkside territory battle for another like 3 days. So maybe chill out. No, don't just wail out on it, or do. I don't really care, frankly, guys. I wish you all joy in spending money if you want. I'll be spending some money to farm it, but not on the Mega Kraken pack. So let's look real quick at Page Tico, and then let's go. Oh, here, let's see. We'll do both here. No, we won't. So, all right, my good friend Celiac, Sarah, stole this from someone who did the math because she doesn't do the math herself. But here's the math if you want to whale out on, or if you want to get the shards for it, guys. Okay, so it's going to cost a lot of crystals to get, essentially. You guys can just look at this yourself. I'm not gonna read it to you. And let's see. So at the end of the day, guys, if you want to get it, hold on. I think I'm missing a slide. All right, I figured it out, guys. So here's if you want to get 7-star, guys, every day you'll need to, on average, do 3 refreshes at 100 on the Cantina, 2 at 200, 2 at 400, and 3 at 800 every single day for 5 days in a row. That costs basically the exact same amount as a vault, $100. And you have to start with 1,000 energy to do that. So start hoarding now, guys. And then you can buy the packs as well. The packs might end up being a little bit cheaper, depending on if you wanted to forego doing the 800 energy. One way or another, you can probably make that work. If you want to get it to 5 stars, obviously a little bit easier. So let's see, if you want to go for it, you have to do 3 100 refreshes and 2 200 refreshes per day. And that's much more doable. 5 total refreshes. So that's what you can do if you want to do it. Math brought to you by Sarah. Well, by Sarah's copy and paste. So good for her. No, she's no shade on Sarah. You guys all know we have 2 shows together actually. So yeah. Anyways, what do you guys think of these guys? What do you guys think of these shuttles? Are these bombers? These they're introducing them through this, you know, maybe we can get him unlocked at 5 stars at a decent rate. I don't know. 5 stars is going to be, you at least get the reinforcement abilities. Are you just going to get both ships? Which ones are you most excited for? The TIE Echelon looks really strong, but who knows? Maybe it's not that tanky. Maybe it just dies easily, and that's why it needs so much regeneration. I'm not sure, guys. One way or another, I'll probably be getting them. So we're going to call it here. This video is obviously a little bit longer because we're talking about a couple different things, but yeah, I'll call it good, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And remember that in all things, Xerath prevails.